but from his stream. And with no lag, hopefully. So head over there as soon as it starts lagging, because if the previous lag spikes or anything to go by, they should last for about a minute maybe at a time. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that we have been lagging a bit today. So be prepared if it does happen. We've got another stream of these matches ready for you.
Big thank you to everybody that has come over and dropped a follow. Thank you for the couple subs that have come in as well. Welcome to the pizza party, everybody. Oxygen starting off wonderfully in this first game here. Looks to me that we're just better.
Yeah,
you know?
Oxygen, they might just be
that kickoff goal.
They might just be the team to beat today. We'll see. We've actually got a crazy upset in the bottom half of the bracket to report. Vitality are out at the hands of Top Blokes.
Oh,
wow. Top Blokes versus Endpoint. One of those teams will be making the grand final. One of these teams that you're currently watching will also be making the grand final. Interesting stuff. I would love to see an Endpoint Oxygen grand final. That would be the dream, really. I know all the people who are watching are hoping for an English broadcast. You'll be delighted to know there. I think there should be one now that we've got an Endpoint Top Blokes confirmed the other side of the broadcast, or the other side of the bracket.
True.
Good news there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, Vitality no longer indestructible and no longer only losing to BDS, it would seem.
For those of you that are bilingual, well, you're lucky, because I've been very much enjoying the Spanish and French cast
Ooh.
this. Yikes from Farah there. It looked as if he definitely was going to get this touch, but just give up a little bit too early, I guess.
Yeah, did not get up quickly enough, or it didn't fly off at the right angle. Maybe the positioning was also suspect, but you can't deny the Stake has just quickly put that ball home straight down the middle. And that's what you expect to see from Giants. And it's what you have to expect when you're up against them. They are so fast, and they do not care where you are, who you are, or what the consequences are. They will try to beat you to the ball.
Do you think Mark by 8 is just sitting behind Samway, watching him play?
Oh yeah, of
wishing?
course.
Or do you think he's talking in his ear? Like, you can lose this, man.
He's probably, every time Samway messes up, Mark's probably like, yeah, I would have saved that. Yeah, I would have scored that one myself. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. And then every time that Samway does do something right, Mark's like, yeah, that's what I was going to do as well. I would have done that. So what I imagine it would be like to have Jesse behind you, commentating in your game. What is going on here? Tux has just hit a well-struck shot here, but there were a couple of goalies for Oxygen. Neither of them even went for it. Oh, it's actually Chaussette did go, but he side-flipped by accident. Astral had full faith in him actually double jumping there, so he wasn't ready to react. And just like that, Giants are ahead by 1. Oh,
nice
man.
shot by Stake, and an even better save by Chaussette as well to keep that one out of the goal. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about this Giants team. You can already see the speed at which they're playing, moving, keeping the ball. These shots are just...
Oh, man.
Samway barely missing out of that double touch would have spelled trouble for Farah. Not sure that he was going to be able to make that save, but lucky for Oxygen, it doesn't come to fruition.
Yeah, Giants will go to read any bounce. It doesn't matter where the ball's bouncing, how fast it's moving, and how awkward the angle looks. They'll try to read it, and more often than not, they will read it. So you have to expect perfection in that category when you play against these guys. Speaking of reading bounces, Astral is very quick to react to that one. The Stake is beaten. Chaussette to the ball. Now Tox. Denied by Astral. Giants have looked the part so far.
Farah dribbling the ball down the sideline there, and then goes on a bloodlust hunt for demos. Does find one, but Giants are able to clear that ball and start their own offensive run here, which leads to the Oxygen defense sort of disintegrating here. Astral with a poor touch, and then a Chaussette with a complete miss, and that's his second sort of feels whatever flip, man.
Yeah, that was completely misplayed by Chaussette. An awkward position, certainly. I mean, it's not like that's an easy clear. to hit. He's looking for a very precise touch. He's trying to knock the ball not just away from the back wall, but away from all the Giants players who are lurking at the midfield line and at the edge of the box. But you got to make contact in some way. There's no way that you're going to avoid conceding if you don't even hit the ball. So there have been definitely misplays coming out of Oxygen. I would say every single goal so far has involved a big mistake from the Oxygen defense.
True. Oh, Farah gets in the way of that clear. Luckily, the ball doesn't make its way into the net. It was a bit stressful over here on Farah Cam. Felt a little too real, a lot like my ranked games. I was like, oh, this is definitely a goal. I've done it again.
Oh, yeah. That's too awkward. Not going to read it. And this is actually, speaking of Devil,
perfect save.
Difficult read. It's, well, not clear by Astral, but Oxygen totally confident in defense. I think they need just a reset here, the reset button, which luckily they're going to get if they don't score a couple goals in less than 30 seconds from now. Oh, they might score a couple though. What a shot by Farah! Barred down and in 2 times as they cut the lead in half.
This bus can shoot. Top left corner hits the top bar. I thought it might have been the joint actually, but it looks like it's just top crossbar and in, which is the type of crossbar that you want. Oh yeah, perfect shot, hitting it in off the bar, and then it bounces off the bar again. Astral wave dash to the ceiling. with an early pre-jump from Narnia. It's through the wardrobe. Exactly. I mean, these guys love their pre-jumps. They love their pre-jump passes. Look at this block by Steak. Well, that's how you deliver on a call. Just as we talk about it, Steak reads Astral's mind. It looked like you read that one from last week. What a play to pretty much guarantee the win for Giants in the first game of the series. That is the nastiest dunk I've seen in a long time. Holy cow. That had a ferociousness about it. Yeah, that one needs a greasy term to What an absolute blimper. Is that pretty good? With your guidance and practice, I will make it happen. I will deliver the perfect greasy impression. I look forward to it. I really do. I'm waiting patiently, but with hope. It's not like a hopeless patience. I believe. Thank you. Your support means a lot. I hope so. That being said, I hope your internet goes down more. My viewer numbers are pretty good right now. Let's head over to Chaussette Cam for this game. Whoa. See what this tiny Frenchman can do. Look at him go. Yeah, bottom 90 from Chaussette here. Bottom bins from Chaussette. Great bump by Farah. He tripped up Tox on the goal line. Enabled Chaussette to make a big impact. 5 seconds in. It's similar to the start of the last game. That's the second game in a row where Oxygen has scored in the very opening play. They need to play so much better in defense than they did in game number 1. It was a disaster. So many mistakes in that last game. I'm sure they can rectify it. But even if they do, I mean, Giants are such a nasty team to play against, such a fast team, that even if Oxygen do play a perfect defensive game, they might still get scored on a few times. Sounds like there was a poll in my chat on who to follow, and I completely disregarded because I didn't know it exists. I'm sorry. We will get to talks. Don't worry, you guys. Don't worry. Okay. This is a best of 7, so we'll have plenty of time. He'll be the first player on the Giants team that I follow. There you go. Oh, what a bump! Oh man, he still fights through it and gets the save. That is the type of Rocket League that I like to see. Just bumpy wumpies and demos left and right. Demo-y, wemo-ys. Oh, well, yeah. It's a tough read by Astral. He gets it. Tox was too close to follow up sharply. Chaussette's got some space. No boost to reach the ball before Steak, though. Tox off the sidewall, trying to knock it into the middle for Samway, who somehow will get stopped. Sharp by Farah. Infield pass defense has been on point for Oxygen all day. Although they were just not really handling the simple stuff in the last game, they are keeping it together so far. Big thanks for the subs, guys. Welcome to the pizza party. Can't call you out by name, but you know who you are. You're the real ones. The
Pizza Party OGs, really. I mean, it's just a chance to be an OG eventually, because this is the start. The first month.
Everybody starts out as a young G and turns into an OG. So
yeah, well, this is the first month of you having the sub button. So
true.
We're finding out who the OGs are right now in real time.
Completely. 100% agree. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness. This is a hype semifinal. We're in the semis, right?
Yes. Best of 7. Giants lead by 1.
Not really a details-oriented guy. You know, that's what I got Johnny here for.
We don't go to Matt's stream for the bracket updates and format. We go there for behind the scenes, camera leaks. What else do you? I mean, you gotta ask your chat. What are they there for? Why are what are they there for? What are they expecting from your stream? Oh, a little fight here between Astral and Soundwave. Soundwave didn't look like he wanted any of that though. Quickly runs away from him.
Do you think Matt knows who he is? That is the most disturbing question I've ever been asked. I've been trying to figure it out for many years. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's a very
so the answer is no. Of course not.
Extremely deep question. Sometimes you get really caught off guard by Twitch chat. You expect just, pure memes and jokes the entire time, and then somebody hits you with some proper philosophy. You're like, wow, did not expect to see that. That is like hearing a funny joke on the endpoint viewing party.
Yeah, completely unexpected. Way out of left field. What does that even mean? Oxygen's doing well to hold on to this lead because Giants have not slowed down. Yeah, and these passing plays are just so on point. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I would expect from like Guild, or that I've been wanting to see.
You've been waiting to see that from Guild.
Yeah,
the
it's
synergy.
Like if you guys were just playing together, it could be this cool.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a team who have played together for a while. Giants. True. Especially Steak and Samway, they've been together for many seasons now, but after picking up Tox in Season 9, they took a while to, be able to compete at this very top level. They were definitely showing signs of how scary of a team they were, or the scary team they are, sorry. But the consistency was lacking. Definitely the mental game, and when they were under pressure, was lacking immensely as they failed to qualify for RLCS Season X, or what they thought was going to be another league play through the promotion tournament. They lost to Endpoint there, but now they've managed to step it up to the next level. They've stuck together, worked on their problems. They look like one of the best teams in the world right now.
Yeah, this is an incredibly exciting lobby to be a part of right now. Both teams going back and forth, blow to blow.
Oh, wow.
It looks like, oh no, Steak!
Whoa!
Saved by Chaussette.
I mean, at least Oxygen had good coverage, and that's really the perfect way to end the game for Oxygen, because game number 1 was a disastrous defensive display.
Pretty interesting stuff here. We're going to go on to Astral Cam. I don't know what polls have been happening in chat, because I haven't looked, but... we're going to Astral Cam, and then after this, we're going to go to Tox. Rest easy. We will definitely make it there. Oh, Astral creeping off the goal line. Steak catches Astral sleeping. Nice pass from Tox.
Yeah, great power on the rebound as well by Steak. Just bangs it. Astral did not expect that. And unfortunately for Astral and Oxygen, that looked a lot like game 1. That accidental flip as the ball flies into the goal. Extremely reminiscent of the Oxygen defense in game 1. It might be an odd game thing if this keeps up. Let's see if they can just continue to iron out those mistakes and look like the favorite here. Guys, what's going on in the other semi-final? Or Endpoint or Top Lokes in a strong position? Anybody up by 2, or is that a tie game as well?
Yeah, what is the deal? Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get to Tox and some of the Giants players for the rest of the series here. The way that we do it is we always go through the Oxygen players first, because of course we are casting for Oxygen. So, just give them priority. in the series. Because this is a best of 7 and these are both really great teams, I'm sure we will see plenty of opportunities to feature the Giants. What a save by Chaussette. While I'm slowly meandering through that one very uncomplicated thought.
You know, Chaussette,
Took me
as
forever
usual.
to say it. I don't know why.
You got there. Just like Chaussette got to that save. He loves to make himself as big as possible in game. A huge impact player. Very difficult to get the ball past when he puts his mind to it in defense. Now, he was somebody who made a big mistake in game number 1. He hasn't done that just yet. Oxygen are up against it here. Rebounds are coming in from all angles, luckily for them. None of them were too fast, and that's not the best hit shot by Stake. But Tux is there to follow up on, I think, the accidental back pass. Still a 1-0 lead for Giants here. This is dangerous for Oxygen. Ferris tripping up the goalkeeper. That was a huge flick, but Tux closed it down well.
Astral with a nice flick there, but the Giants defense working together, even though Farah got one of them. Well, they're just backing their teammates up to make those saves. You know when Astral's on the ball that you gotta send help.
Certainly.
Oh, what a touch.
It looks like Astral's willing to take on Giants at their own game. He knows, just like everybody else in this lobby does, that these guys are incredibly fast. That ball's fast on target.
What a
Saved by Chaussette.
Oh,
it was really well done.
Clears it. Unfortunately, not an effective shot there. Probably could have made it had he put that shot on net, because Astral had rushed for the save initially, so didn't find himself in the best position.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get beaten by these guys. Like I said, he knows that they're a very fast team, so he's trying to take them on in that little game. And it must be fun for Astral to think, okay, you guys think you're fast, let me see if I can beat you to the ball and show you who really is the boss of speed in EU. So far, he's had moments where he does look like that, for sure. Oh my goodness! That's unreal! What a defensive touch from Astral. He just double touched that off his own crossbar to safety in the corner from a crazy difficult position. One of the best clears you're ever going to see.
I'm sure it was a minor heart attack for the teammates. I know it was for me. I was like, oh no!
Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Astral with the dive bomb save. You just can't put a foot wrong in defense ever since that first mistake in the game. But they have still got to come back from that first mistake in the game.
The Giants' offense is working, right? They haven't scored it. They didn't score a goal on that drive there, but they did make it very difficult for Oxygen for a very long time, and you know that's what they want. They want to wear these guys down and eventually get the goal.
Yeah, it's interesting that I don't know if Giants have scored a goal where they just completely outplayed Oxygen yet. All the goals obviously have had an element of Giants pressure to them, but there's also been Oxygen making mistakes, and for me that's the more standout thing. Now Giants are certainly capable of big time outplays, but once again Oxygen seem like they've been just as much their own worst enemy as Giants are.
The Oxygen boys getting together for a group hug with the ball.
I hope it felt good because the scoreline won.
You've been eliminated from the party, Johnny.
I have.
Not from the pizza party, but from the Rocket League party. So
I'll never be at the pizza party, but I mean, I got a big notification just to warn me. That's like I don't know how to describe what that feels like, but you know when you're already not invited to the party and then somebody like says, "Hey, did you have fun at the party last night?" "Oh wait, you weren't in. Sorry, so sorry you weren't there. I forgot. Oh,
yep.
I did not mean to do that.
Sounds like high school.
So sorry about that."
It's just my life.
Same, man. I'm sure a lot of Twitch chat can relate. We're all in the same gang over here. But hey, you're all invited to the Oxygen Grid watch parties every single week, everybody, and the space station mission control, which will be happening tomorrow. But that party might be coming to an abrupt end here. If Giants can keep this up, they are on a bit of a scoring spree, and I think they wanted to tell me that I'm completely wrong, because I said that they really weren't making their own goals. It was Oxygen failing more than anything, but the last few, they've had Giants written all over them.
Absolutely. And you know, goals are goals, and Whoever scores more of them is going to win, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But there is a difference between an unforced error and a forced error.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's all you're really trying to highlight here.
Oh, 100%. Hey, as a, you know, as a Scottish tennis fan, I'm okay with somebody trying to, or a team trying to just wait for unforced errors to occur. That is pretty much how the best Scottish tennis player of all time made a career for himself. But it'll cause mistakes from your opponents because they just have to imagine every single time the ball bounces off a wall or flies up into the air that there's somebody on the Giants lineup going for it, maybe even pre-jumping for it. So you're already in such a high pressure situation just because you know who you're up against.
All right, chat, we're going on board with Steak.
Wasn't it Tox?
Just kidding, it's Tox. Get trolled, chat. I got you so good. All you guys were crying. We're on board with Tox.
There you go.
And unfortunately, we are bad luck. Look what happens to the defense when we go on board with these players.
It's another really, really early goal for Oxygen. They're probably wondering, why can't we do this 2 or 3 times in a row? They keep scoring after the very first kickoff in a game. And then it goes back into regular Rocket League. But Oxygen do have that 1-goal lead for the 3rd time. That's a crazy double touch by Astro. He clipped that on the way back down as well. I guess you got to call it a triple.
Whew. Shot set, eliminating our player Tox. Oxygen looking like a different team. They're coming out swinging here in this round.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Oxygen defense, really. Can they play a solid game? Can they go another 5 minutes like they did in Game 2 without making any mistakes, any huge mistakes at least? Because if they can, I think they should be able to get another win here. That's a brilliant first touch by Astral. Oh, and the second one's even better. It's in the middle for Chaussette. Steak beats him to it, though. And that's well cleaned up by Steak and the Giants boys, who must have been worried for a second when they saw Astral just nipping past them so beautifully.
Oh, same way. I think just going for the aerial bump there.
Yeah,
not sure 100%, but that was a massive attempt. If so,
wow. Oh my
Tox
goodness!
Just getting massacred by Oxygen in the air, just absolutely battered. But that ball does not make its way into the net.
Somebody asking Johnny, were you uploading a video while streaming? No, that video was already uploaded much earlier in the day. I wasn't uploading while streaming. No. The cause for the lag earlier on remains a mystery. Hopefully, it won't resurface. Indeed.
Definitely not paid for.
Astral going for the bump on Tox, who stays in the way of the shot. And look at the goal line saves from Giants. That's the 3rd one in this game. Last-ditch effort, but a successful effort to keep this lead at 1.
Tox doing his best Neo impression there. Matrixed underneath Astral's air dribble bump. He saw it coming from a mile away. My old boomer eyes did not. What a shot from Zemwe.
Chaussette pre-jumped that, even though he didn't really have to. Great read on where the shot was coming from. This matchup, it really does. All these like top-level EU matchups and NA as well these days, it feels like that scene out of the Matrix where you go tell all your friends, Giants and Oxygen are fighting, you gotta come see this. It's like the Morpheus versus Neo moment, but we get to watch it every single week thanks to this new format. So shout out to RL Esports and Gibbs Esports for making that possible.
Yeah, and then Agent Smith is like talking to Liv Tyler.
You mean Liv Tyler's dad, yeah.
Yeah, talking to Liv Tyler, and then, you know, we find out more information about the elves, and it's just so crazy, the Matrix, you know?
Yeah, love the Matrix. Love the bit where the horses run a charge in to save the day. That's my favorite scene. Woo! Of course, everybody who didn't catch our grid stream 2 weeks ago will have no idea what we're talking about. And you know what?
A lot of Lord of the Rings references. A lot of Lord of the Rings references, and I identified Elf Dad by naming him Agent Smith because it's the same actor, and now you're up to speed.
Lamau, what's with the dad joke? I feel like this is, you know,
a lot of parental conversations today.
I feel like this is actually one that's worth repeating. So Matt was trying to remember who Elrond was, and he just said Liv Tyler's dad, the guy who's Agent Smith. We were talking about Lord of the Rings. We weren't talking about the Matrix at all at that point. So It just keeps on. It all comes back to Lord of the Rings at the end of the day. It will not stop happening. Even though a Matrix analogy is how this conversation started, we're right back to Rivendell, where we belong.
It's like a Wikipedia speedrun, you know? That's what it feels like. Man, we are over here just waiting for ToxCam to pop off, you know?
It could happen at any minute.
A lot of polls in chat, Tox, okay? Like, don't make these viewer polls go unnoticed. These guys spent a lot of social capital on getting you camera rights.
Nice commentary, really professional. Listen, mate, you have come to the wrong place if you don't want to hear lots of references, analogies, and metaphors, comparisons that are not directly and obviously related to Rocket League. Oh, there was your Samway moment of the day waiting to happen, but Ferris blocked him.
No, we're on ToxCam.
Oh, you're on Tox.
No, he was just watching.
I'm waiting
He was just watching. It was pretty nasty for sure.
I'm waiting for our boy Samway. Of course, the Salt Mine 2 extraordinaire. Always going to be rooting for him to get some fancy goal. It's always a lot flashier in 3v3. He's a very grounded and intelligent ones player, but in threes he's
Samway
always making the big pre-jumps. That could have been one, but Oxygen, just like earlier in these I just said English. My keyboard randomly changed to language for some reason. Just popped up on the screen. I meant to say in these even games, Oxygen they're defending really well. I just wonder what's been preventing them from playing with this kind of consistency in games 1 and 3.
I don't know. It is hard to say. I think maybe their midfield defense was much better in that game.
I think they've just been less jumpy. Like, how many times have we seen an accidental side flip or something?
True.
Coming out of Oxygen today. They're obviously like afraid of maybe not afraid, but they're aware that the Giants are going to come at them with some very, very fast aerial play and rebounds. So they know they can't wait, they can't hesitate at all. And I think in their attempts not to hesitate, they've played a bit too quickly maybe and gotten ahead of themselves. But hey, we'll see. That we're back into an odd game. Is that trend going to continue? Will we see a big blunder coming out of Oxygen in this one, or will they be able to solidify it? All tied up. Top Blokes apparently are leading 3-0, by the way, over Endpoint. What on earth did Top Blokes eat for dinner today?
We are on Femway Cam. Did you hear that authentic pronunciation? I probably still did a horrible job, but I tried.
It sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty good to me. We did actually have a chance to ask Samway what he, the way that he prefers to hear his name pronounced, and he told us that he doesn't really mind. He likes the Samway variation that I've been going with. We know it's probably the soft th sound from the northern Spain, but I just can't do it. I just can't. It sounds ridiculous when I say this with my accent.
Oh,
so
what a shot!
I'm not gonna try it. Snake sneaks one in, and this really did come out of nothing. He was recovering. Then he realized, wait a minute, I could just shoot that. Thank you very much, Chelsea.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, it looks like another defensive blunder from Oxygen. What is going on in the odd games?
I don't know. Chelsea just getting a little bit ahead of himself there. Might not have had enough McDonald's today. Maybe running out of energy. But Steak does a good job to capitalize on that quick little mistake.
Mistake. I see what you did there. Very clever, Matthew. Now, if there is some way that we could continue that little trend of...
No.
Johnny, don't criticize. That would be toxic.
This idea, I'm gonna have to be pretty toxic about it.
I was also going for that one next. It was the natural continuation.
That's why I shut you up. I was like,
oh no way! Astro with an insane reset rebound. That would have been nasty.
Astro
and it was
so good. It's not even fair.
Oh no. We just wanted to prove to Twitch chat that you're not all muted, because now everybody's spamming cringe, so haha, called your bluff on that one. We knew you were still listening. This game has just burst into action though. What a response by Oxygen. They'll feel robbed that they didn't score any of these goals. But solid defense from Giants. They're quite happy, as we've seen already, to just wait for their opponents to mess up and capitalize. Great corner wall read by Tox there. And another one. Look at the rebound speed from Giants. That is their bread and butter.
Yeah, the pace of this game has really amped up.
They've raised the stakes, Matt.
Sorry?
They've raised the stakes.
Okay, we're still going.
Of course.
Got it. I'm not as trolley about the whole thing as you are.
Oh, I love how much of a stretch that is. That's insane. And Astral really is rebounding every single ball, like multiple times. It's like, yeah, let me just rebound this off the wall and then ceiling and now this wall as well. But it hasn't worked out. It hasn't ended up in a goal just yet, as much as it has been an incredible performance to watch. Now here comes Steak. He puts these in every day of the week, but apparently this isn't a day of the week.
Femway was being such a bruiser too for him, like clearing out the whole backfield, got a bump and a demo to make that goal happen, but fortunately Steak not able to put it away.
Oh wow, Astral didn't have enough boost. Actually he did. Why did he? I wonder why he didn't go for this. Great pass, Farah to Astral, and that might be a blimper, because there is no way that that's getting stopped. 126 kph, Farah putting it right where Astral wanted.
Femway looking a little bit panicked there, and what he really needs to do right now is stay calm.
Oh, for goodness sake. We're gonna stake, Matt. We have to stop this. Femway is gonna complain later on. Oh, Greasy. Greasy's actually here. He says, yes, that was a blimper, it's true. What was that? What was this? Oh, I'm so glad that you're here, Greasy. We finally have to stop. We can stop speculating about what these shots are.
What a raccoon pimper.
Yeah, we think we had a raccoon pimp earlier on, and maybe even a volcano plumper. Guys, if you don't like these names, Greasy is the person you got to talk to about this, because he came up with every single one of them. He came up with them all. So, like, listen, if you don't want to hear any of these words, he's the one you got to talk to. Raise your, send all your complaints to Greasy Meister, and I don't think he's going to care, because really, nothing has stopped him so far in reinventing the English language when it comes to defining what is a fast shot and what isn't.
Hey, Grim, could you do a poll to have the chat rate the professional levels of this commentary duo?
Very factual, actually.
Close one.
I'm gonna say that I'm so far loving what I'm seeing out of Oxygen, because although we started off the game with a bad defensive touch from Chaussette, their response to that was like something that we haven't seen in games 1 and 3. The other games that started off with these mistakes happening, they just thought, you know what? Enough of this playing safe. Let's just throw everything, including the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, the ensuite sink, and the utility room sink. Everything has been lobbed at Giants, and they're like, we don't have enough hands to catch all these sinks, Oxygen. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the Giants probably, if they look back, if they end up losing this series and they look back, they're going to think long and hard about what kind of sink mechanics they've prepared.
Mechanics, it would be plumbers, Matt, actually.
Ah, okay, perfect.
They're going to need a few at this point if they're going to install all these before the next game of the series. What a performance from Oxygen. They've proved that it's not just the odd game jitters that they're having. Yes, we started off with a defensive mistake from Chaussette, but boy, did they turn it around. That was just blistering pace. Outpacing Giants. You don't see that very often, but that's what Oxygen have just been able to do. And it just seemed like one of those games where Chaussette and Farah, they see Astral, playing out of his mind, and they think, you know what? Me too. Let's give that a go. That looks like a lot of fun. Farah goes to his controls. He binds air roll. Chaussette's like, actually, yeah. Let's start air rolling instead of dribbling. And triple Astral is one of the scariest combinations that you're ever going to see. That's really what it looked like last game.
Yeah, definitely. I was on Samway Cam there, and it definitely felt like the roles were reversed. Like I was, that they just basically switched car colors.
Oh, Chaussette couldn't decide what to do there. He's thinking, how do I mind game this? But he obviously would have loved to fake a big shot and then just take a light touch, but it wouldn't sit nicely for him. But now the playstyle becomes a bit questionable. We've seen that Giants, they're such a fast team, but they haven't really been pressing for trying to make that into a big advantage in this matchup. And I don't know if that's just something historically that hasn't worked. Maybe in scrims it just doesn't work against Oxygen, and they're thinking, right, let's just be a bit more careful. Oh,
Matt Cam, best cam, baby!
Stick is asking if he can recreate the server. I'm actually not sure what the... Okay, well, it looks like Farah's lagging as well, so we are going to get a remake of that lobby. It is still 0-0 here, so makes sense.
I didn't want to show you guys that game. How professional is this casting?
Oh,
yes
you're joking.
or no? And then I forgot to
joking.
switch the scene.
Oh man, Matt, that was quite a while there.
Oh,
that was quite a while.
Incredible! Saved by the server, baby. Well, I'm not in the party, by the way. You have to re-invite me.
We all got kicked from the party. This
Kicky wikis.
This series is
you guys, chat, you gotta love it. How hype was that? You only get moments like that in the stinkiest channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/smellsworthless.
Which has not just been providing bad odor tonight, but also a backup stream for when mine is lagging. So really, endless possibilities with your channel.
Yes, Kicky wikis. That's a real term. Everyone uses it.
Well, it certainly is now. I mean, are you in game, Matt? Are you tabbed into the game?
I am in game. I didn't go to a view of us because I knew I would forget and ruin.
I think you just gotta stop.
Lives.
Yeah, stop doing that between games. Stay on the scoreboard.
I was on a perfect record before it happened later in the day, and it's just
Yeah, happens.
Chat, don't act like you don't love it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they came for.
It is.
That's what the OGs subbed for.
That's what I'm here for, like, to do. It's like,
really provide.
How can I mess this up? Oh, I just changed cameras. Steak, all right, we're back on steak cam. All right, steak cam, everybody. Steak cam.
Oh, what? How on earth did Astral read this? How did he get into position to hit that after it took a deflection at the back wall? That is absolute bananas. Coming out of Astral, but we come to expect nothing less from him. Our top block's through to the final, everybody. Can you confirm? Our Colin Stumpy out once again. Is that another big fail over the endpoint viewing party? Because it is for the first minute over here as well. Samway finds the top corner. That is surgical precision.
What percentage of endpoints lost do you think is attributed to their commentators, guys? What do you think?
I would have to say at least 92%.
They better host us.
Oh yeah, hey, listen, just to all the viewing party community, we've been seeing a lot of teams that we eliminate from these tournaments, whether it be Oxygen sending somebody out or SSG. They're going and hosting other people. I know they're trying to expand their networking a little bit. They're like, oh man, we're so sick of losing to Johnny and Matt. Let's just host somebody else. Maybe they'll host us back next week.
They're too good.
But I feel like it's like an unwritten rule. If somebody eliminates you, you have to host them.
True. Okay, so what you're saying is they should actually host top looks.
Yeah, true.
Really?
Yeah, true. Yeah, fact. But hey, actually, no, truthfully, don't really mind. I think it's fine. We're doing good over here. We're having a great time.
We're actually not worried about anything. The fact that we are not mad about a single thing related to the grid or Rocket League or anything just tells you how hype this grid season has been for the boys.
Oh, it's been a great
SSG and Oxygen, are you kidding me? What a combination. It doesn't get any better.
It actually doesn't. We've had the best games to watch, and absolutely none of that has been to do with us. I mean, you're asking what percentage of endpoints losses would be attributed to Colin Stumpy? A lot. What percentage of Oxygen and SSG's wins would be attributed to us? Absolutely nothing. In fact, I think we may be holding them back. Just our very presence will cause the occasional whiff to occur. That is at least what can be said about our ranked games. Okay, so top block's 3-1 over endpoint. Maybe not over just yet for
yes.
endpoint and the bodies.
Viewer discretion advised that, actually, in chat.
Oh, it's a nice little air dribble by Farah. It's shot down pretty early, though, by Samway, who had the entire defense ready to do some goal line pending. That's quick play by Astral. Fair denied by Stake, however. That was close, but not close enough for Oxygen in their hunt for the comeback in game number 6. They want to be over and done with this series right here, right now. Game 7 against Giants is a very scary proposition, no matter who you are.
What do the scriptwriters have to say, though? That's what we're really wondering right about now.
I didn't take a look myself. I like to keep my awareness of the contents of the script as limited as possible. Keep the reactions 100% genuine. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's been a while since we had a game 7. Oh! Almost a deflection off Toxin into the back of the net for Oxygen. It's another big chance, but it just looks like they're not connecting the dots in the final third. Getting opportunities in ample quantity, but unable to find the back of the net. Giants hang on. 1 minute left.
I think we need to see some more passing plays here out of Oxygen. They're kind of headed into desperation mode, I think, a little bit too early in this particular game, and making some shots that are easily saved and easily cleared, and it's just burning time for them. Whereas if they maybe just set up a little bit for some passing plays, especially on that long campaign that they just had. I think that the Giants were actually fairly low in boost during that time.
Pre-flip center from Astral. He's shot set there. No, he's not, and that might be the thing that's been lacking for Oxygen, is just throw your third man in there. Like last game, they've got to get everybody involved, especially against a team like Giants. Look how deep they are defending. In fact, Farah's just taken out the last man back. Tox now assumes that role, but they've got everybody behind the ball. Surely Giants can convert from here.
Oh, I don't think Astral can make it back for this. Wow. Here we are. Game 7, Johnny.
It's happened.
It's like hype follows us, like it's like we have a hype shadow or something. It just follows us around and delivers the best Rocket League gaming content to our Twitch channels.
Hype magnet.
It's insane.
That's what we are. Oh, wow. It really does look like Top Blokes are going to make the grand final. Or at least according to the bracket, they are winning 3-0 in Game 5. So that looks like a 4-1 waiting to happen.
We're going
Meanwhile,
Astral Cam.
Astral Cam for Game 7 on Smellsworth stream. Double demo to start off things in this match. Shot set. Can only find Tox waiting in the middle. Key points here are Oxygen's defensive consistency and also the pop-off potential. Oh, no! So close, but so far to start off game number 7. That was definitely the best chance that we've seen in a while. Now Farah gets another one and it's saved well. Massive block coming out of Giants. One demo was right beside that on the goal line. Oh, and a recovery demo by Staker Josette. Now it's a breakaway for Samway, but he's got no boost.
Astral made it back in time to interrupt that little streak there from the Giants, which is good. And now, oh, Josette with the hard first touch.
Yeah.
I think he would have got an extra touch there. He might have been able to take Tox because it was a 2v1 situation.
He needed a perfect touch there. Had to get the hard enough touch to stay away from the man who's inevitably coming in behind him with the demo attempt, and also to keep control of the ball. He couldn't get it this time. Now Farah's air dribbling clear. He's past one. Astral's going to take over.
Oh,
actually blocks Tox interception. Now Stake's going to try and find Samway on the left-hand side of the field. He does. Oxygen. Oh, they pick up a very nice double touch clear by Farah. I don't know if he knew about that one. And Astral denies Tox. It's all action in game 7 so far.
Yeah, this is absolutely hype. Astral Camp, as you'd expect, part of that hype. Just a lot of bumping clears and crazy shots at this point. Got a minute 40 into this game, 0-0. The tension is going to continue to build. You know, obviously a game 7.
Oh, that's a chance.
Night on the line here.
Oh!
Astral sneaks it underneath.
Wow, just wow. That's a tight angle rebound. Astral slots it in behind the defender. Samway pre-jumped, expecting Astral to go as quickly as possible. But Astral has a presence of mind to just take his time and wait for the challenge to be out of his way. 1-0 Oxygen in the ace match.
These guys are just looking so good right now. Needs to be said though, Tox, I think it was Tox, was incredibly close to making that save.
Oh yeah.
It was a couple pixels away, honestly. Probably redirecting the ball. Oh, huge demo from Astral. Saving Oxygen from what would most likely have been a lightning bolt of a shot.
Certainly. There's a pinch akin to something Greasy was explaining to us yesterday. He loves to pinch it backwards by accident. Now it's a pass down. No follow-up again for Oxygen. Their passing has maybe been slightly lacking in the final third of the field, but their pressure has not. Now here comes Farah for 2-0. And Oxygen have put themselves firmly in the driver's seat. They're throwing Giants out the door and finding that top gear as they accelerate away in the distance. Can they stay clear of this Giant squad? 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game.
Astral enabling that play with some backfield battery there. Smashing Tox in the face. Opening the net for Farah. This Oxygen team looks like they're peaking at the right moment in this series.
They want that rematch with Top Blokes, who have just confirmed their spot in the grand final. That's a 4-1 win over Endpoint, as Top Blokes run today is nothing short of spectacular, already beating Triple Trouble, Oxygen, Vitality, and now Endpoint. That is an impressive run, but Oxygen want revenge, and it will be a clean slate. A best of 7 with no game advantages, but still a minute and 35 to hold on against the Giants team, who will step up the pace in the closing seconds. It's now Chaussette with no boost in defense. He's able to find Astral, who can't get it past Samway with a clear, and he's chipped it in. Samway, with lots of time left in the clock, has sliced the lead in half.
Wow. Farah so close on that one. We were on board for Astral Cam, and it looked really like he had it. On second inspection in the replay there, not really all that close to that ball. That ball was very clearly going in.
Yeah,
the Giants managed to cut the lead in half here, and they're still looking good. They are not looking out of this game at all. This is a tight Game 7 for both teams. Oh.
My goodness, it's going to be tense. You already know. Oxygen would love to get that second goal again. It was so much more comfortable sitting on the 2-goal lead, especially with Giants' ability to surprise them and just apply so much pressure by nature of who they are. Astral beats everybody to the punch here. What a rebound that is as well, as he goes clear of 2 players. He runs out of boost, so now he needs a little bit of help. Here comes Farah uncontested. They're just trying to waste time now, just trying to play keep away. No urgency to get that second goal back as much as they would like it.
Oof. Samway just comes barreling in on that play. And a little passing play here from the Giants, but Stake can't get up quickly enough to make a real strong hit on that.
Yeah, Tox hit it behind him. It was definitely the wrong side of the player that he was looking for. Now this really is the final few seconds. Astral baiting in the 50-50. Tox has to go for it. Now Stake wants to center the ball. It looks like he may indeed do that as it pops up awkwardly. Farah asserts his authority in the corner, the last few seconds of the game, and it needs to be a 0-second wonder goal if Giants are going to stay in this.
Ball's in the air. Astral goes up for this. He's probably going to look for some sort of weird flip reset to bring the ball to the ground. Never mind, just lands on top of it. That's GG's for Oxygen, taking out the Vodafone Giants.